Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hold up. Shot. You guys listen. Good time.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That's taken on the 25. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check. Gun. Slam. You're over here.
This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Monday. Christian, travel. Twist. Gun.
On 2nd down, it's Freeman. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Third down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Finds his rookie first-rounder, it's Noah Fant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
Protein spill. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Revive. He's coming. Double up. Hurry out. Nice.
On 1st down, Flacco. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
A gain of 19 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
3 wide. Hey, exit. Check 99. Check 99. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Barely got that snap off. Flacco now. He'll find Lindsey here.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
This will be... Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Check. No. One. Hey, Alpha. Look at the hands, Dad. Wait. Check 52. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Yellow. Gun. You got motion there. You got motion there right there. 52's the mic, boy. Bang, 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 bang. Shoot. Gun.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Flacco. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Hey, look. Check 31, check 31. Hey, 0.
Gordon. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the 2nd time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25, and 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Zebra. 54.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 7 yards there and a first down.
54 Mike.
First down.
Where?
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
I got one.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
36 power.
At the Broncos' 40-yard line.
Good job right there. He don't want it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, that's complete. It's Gordon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Right there, 54 miles. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Here we go. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Oh, here we go.
To throw is Wilson. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
First down and goal to go.
They come out here in the eye. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Leads to second and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go. Hey, alert. 25. Mike 5-4.
Here's Wilson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal.
Mike 54. Watch the run. 54. 14. Run it. Watch 54. You must be dreaming.
From the gun, Wilson. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
John. Mike, 49. I'm coming. 49.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. That's caught at the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. McManus's point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
He's checking.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
A gain of a yard brings up second.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Lindsey. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Third down, Flacco from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Yikes, terrible kick, headed straight for the sidelines.
At the 46-yard line.
Hey man, watch the boot.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon, and he's got this down to the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Let's go, D, let's go.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return will stop right around the 25.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. This quick pass complete to Sutton. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Flacco from the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 40 now on second down, Wilson. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Hey, here I come, here I come, here I come, here I come.
To throw is Wilson, operating from the gun. He dumps this one off to Jackson, the running back. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Wilson. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Switch gears.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Desmond King there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Albert away and bring up second down.
.52's the mic. Gun. 52's the mic. 3 buzz. Regular.
Incomplete on first down. Now Flacco on second. Over the middle, complete. That's Lindsey. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 8.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining.
Gun.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Hey, Steve 6.
Here's Flacco. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He completes it to Bryant. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw. Able to get this to Gordon. Touchdown, LA! Josh Gordon, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high-percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
X3, 218, chopper. Check. Watch out. Gun. Watch out.
Flacco on the give to Lindsey. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. This defense really clamping down. Although they're losing the game still, this second half has been theirs.
And they're winning it. I always equate it to being a boxer. And whenever you see a good fight, the guy who is on his toes and doing the punching, that's the guy who's winning. And that's the way they're going at it defensively now. Much more aggressive in their calls, much more aggressive in their pursuit.
And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
It showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Zebra.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. And caught by Henry. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Flacco. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Give him 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the Chargers' 34-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Jet bomber.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Gun. Motion. Roger, 5-0. Hey, Delta. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. 6-man.
On 2nd and a couple. Flacco. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Gun. Red.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitch?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out.
Yeah.
We got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the 4th on the punt fumble.
54, right there. 54 Mike. Watch the back. Showing it. Back. Good.
He's back to throw. Flush to his right. Benjamin's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, Yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds. He got it done.
Back to throw. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now he's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns.
Got it. Give me some. Here we go. Go, 4 down. 66. Pull it. Half. 14. Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
On second down now, it's Gordon, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it third down.
19, 54, right there, 54, Mike. You don't want
Throwing now is Wilson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was a game where they got out to a pretty good size lead, and then they had to hang on for dear life at the end.
Not exactly how you would draw it up. You would continue to score and find ways to keep your lead pretty well throughout the game. But they did find a way to win, as you noted. Hung on at the end as the big rush came at them. Fortunately enough, they'd put enough points on the board to have enough of a cushion that they were able to survive what happened in the 4th quarter.
So for the Broncos, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.